Hey, everybody, and welcome back to Top 9 Podcast. My name's Tom Cassidy. With me today is Adele Carollo.
Hey, guys.
And my best friend in the whole world, Derek Gaines.
How's it going?
The great boy.
Good to see everybody here at the Top 9.
Thanks for joining us today, Derek.
Thanks for having me, Tommy boy. I appreciate it.
We got a good episode for you today. We're doing Top 9 Super Heroes.
Oh, shit. Yeah, I love
Yeah,
heroes.
superheroes, no super heroines, but that's on you, Tom Cassidy.
What are you talking about? This is Derek's list.
I know, but you could have said list heroes or heroines.
My mama, my hero. Prerequisite. Let's go.
But that's
Shout
on you,
out
Tom.
to Crystal Gaines.
So that's
Listen to the
inevitable.
podcast.
That happens. Prerequisite.
That goes
My mother's
without
my
saying.
hero.
One and only.
So therefore, let's get into this list. My mama's my hero.
Feels like an Alicia Keys song. Doesn't it? Hey, man, I want to just shout out a few of the places that are listening to the podcast, man, because my goal is to just have more listeners every month, and we are doing that, so that's what's up. Shout out to Australia, right? Yo, shout out to motherfucking Vietnam.
Vietnam. You getting love from Vietnam?
Hanoi. So,
Hi.
Noi.
Thanks for listening.
Canada. Yo, we got some Mexico people. Quintana Roo. So, yo, shout us out, man. Like, email us, top9pod@gmail.com. We'd love to hear from you. Also, Germany and PA in New York is holding us down the most. So, we appreciate that, and we're building here. And we're going to get into this list. Derek, what's your relationship with superheroes?
I grew up watching them. You know, they inspired me to be better, to do better. I still can't fly, but you know, to have the morale of
You
a
can
superhero.
dress fly.
Oh yeah, I can dress fly. Might as well have a cape on, baby.
They
You gotta
have
understand.
like a morale, like a
Morality?
lesson, like a lesson for the kids. Right?
Yeah, there's always a lesson. There's always some cool fights and scenes, and I'm always about cool sequences on screen. And superhero movies is where it goes. It's where it's at. It's always a fun time.
Yeah, man, superhero movies really like the past 10 years
Superhero
took over the
movies,
game.
bruh.
Right?
Shout out to that Endgame, man. Still one of the best superhero flicks I've ever seen.
You think Endgame's better than the one before that?
Well, the series was great.
Yeah, you're
I like
right.
the entire series. So you know,
That movie reminds me when soap operas, they hang out at each other's neighborhoods in.
What do you mean, like when Guiding Light and General Hospital?
oh, when it's like a joint episode.
Yeah.
That
Somebody
General
gets-
Hospital hang out with the Young and the Restless and shit like that.
Somebody gets stabbed on the Young and the Restless.
Oh, yeah, man.
So they have to go to General Hospital.
Shout out to cricket. My aunt used to watch them goddamn stories every day when I had a half day of school. I hated them.
Yeah. Shout out to Sean, who's on a fucking
Oh, pretty motherfucker.
yeah.
Never
man.
liked him anyway.
Yeah, it's
I'm
nice.
just joking. I love you, Sean.
He's a beautiful man. Do you like superheroes?
I mean, I grew up watching Disney princesses, so the heroes were always the prince. So no, not the same,
Okay.
right?
It's not a bad disconnect. I'll key
Yeah.
you in on the game. It's
No, I
okay.
get it. No, and I want you to be honest. So, all right, fine. I love superheroes, man, for sure.
There was only one that I had to Google though on the list, so that's good.
Yeah,
stuff.
so
I'll
you
explain.
at least know them.
And then I felt silly for Googling it. We'll get into it when it
I'll
comes
explain. I know what the list is.
Yeah, I feel like I know which one
That's
you
my new
Googled.
up. That was
addition
pretty
right there.
self-explanatory, but
Did you like the Snyder Cut, Justice
I
League?
did like the Snyder Cut. Good for Zach and all the good people for that 4-hour flick that helped explain a better story. It was a better story. I'm like, finally, we get to see the point of view from Cyborg and the Flash. We already know them other niggas. We know Wonder Woman. They all had movies. So now you kind of let the Flash do the Flash shit, Cyborg do the Cyborg shit, and they backstories were like perfect. So I was like, all right, this is a good high.
Yeah, the Flash scene when he takes the girl out of the car when it's like flipping, I thought that was
Fly.
the best part of the whole movie.
When when the rocks was falling and he blocks all the rocks from hitting people and shit, I was like, all right. And then when come on, Tom, you gotta stop thinking inside of when he ran back in time to get the spark to get the fuck out.
When he had
of
a
here,
hole
man.
in his leg and then somehow the hole in the leg healed.
Well, you know
somehow.
he heals up. He's the Flashpoint.
Spoilers.
Don't get me nerdy right now, boy.
Why? We're doing top 9 superheroes. Get nerdy.
The Speed Force gives him quick healing.
Really?
Speed Force gives him quick healing. He has to keep
There's always
eating.
a bullshit explanation.
Yeah,
How
shut
convenient.
up. Because he needs a high caloric diet, like a high one. Because if he runs with no food, he falls the fuck out. So it's just like the Flash is, it's the guy. And so I'm
Yeah.
glad the movie they gave him more scenes.
Yeah, I
That's all
thought
I'm
it was good, but it also just like fucking comparatively to Marvel still sucks.
It's still not.
It still ain't
ain't
shit.
nothing gonna be.
It ain't
hey,
shit, DC. But it was still
Feige
fun.
and all them guys over in Marvel, they probably kind of chuckled when they watched it. It was like, all right, good attempt, but it's still not what the whole Marvel saga was.
Fair enough. And now before we get into it, One more question. Did you watch WandaVision?
Yeah.
Did you like that?
Fucks
Did you watch
with
that? You'd like that, Adele.
No.
WandaVision, you dig. You dig.
Okay.
Very.
It's a heroine.
It's a heroine.
Okay.
It's a girl's superhero story.
See, this is like
I like
the women's. This is like women's NCAA basketball. They're like they need to have the same viewership,
So
but
they
you
have
don't watch them.
her
I
name was-
watch Wonder Woman, Gal Gadot.
But no, her name is Wanda, and she does some very powerful, fucking crazy shit in this one. So yeah, you might want to watch. First 3 episodes, kind of a sleeper, but episode 4
like-
throughout, god damn.
I love the backstories on superheroes when they go back and like why they.
It's
are
a lot
this
of that in
way.
there.
Like,
Origin.
I'm very into origin stories.
See?
That's the word I'm
Origins.
learning.
Yeah, I know.
Word
that.
of the day is origin.
I know this shit. What I will say though is I watched the Falcon and the Snowman or whatever the fuck it's called. And listen, Avengers movies are the shit and all that, but like it's wild how these movies like really push like war and they like glamorize war and shit. Cause all right, there's the one. Did you watch the first episode of that?
I did.
Spoilers, sorry everybody. But all right, ready? The Winter Soldier said he was like fighting for like 100 years, and he was like talking to his like psychiatrist, and he was like this. He was like, I just want to rest. And the psychiatrist was like, bullshit. You want to fight.
Wow.
And it's like, maybe he does want to
Wanna
just
rest.
chill.
Do you know
Because-
how hard it was for him to ask for a break in the first place?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's
Yeah,
like,
man. He was a tinker told his brain. He had the little thing in his
Tinker
brain.
soldier
the tinker told
spy.
the spy, whatever the fuck.
Yeah, I know
He
what
had the
you're talking
chip. The motherfucker had the chip, and he was
Yeah.
murdering people. He killed Tony Stark's parents. This
sure
shit is
did.
fucking wild, bruh.
Yeah.
So he need the rest, and then he had to go to Africa, and that's what probably settled his ass out
Yeah,
over in Wakanda.
you got a
Yo,
back
man.
rub from one of those
Yo,
girls.
man. He went to Africa and figured that shit out. Now he doing therapy because he not in Africa no more. Come on, man.
Yeah, his therapist.
Let's talk.
His therapist stinks though. She's no doctor.
Go back to Wakanda, nigga, if
Melfi.
you want peace. That's what you need to go. Go back
Yeah.
to the motherland.
Rest in peace to Chadwick Boseman.
Rest in peace to the god, Chadwick.
All right, let's get into it. This is Derek Gaines' top 9 superheroes coming in at number 9.
Oh, I gotta say it.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you. No. Oh, anyway, One Punch Man. Yeah.
Is this the one you had to Google?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
As
figured.
soon as I
Punch
Googled it, I was
Man,
like,
bruh.
oh, okay.
Yeah. Shout out to my homie Saitama and all the beautiful anime people over there that made one wallop of a goddamn story. One Punch
Yeah.
Man is basically the dude that he's a superhero for fun. That's awesome. And he's in this whole big, if you watch the cartoon, he's in this big setup of where superheroes have classes.
Yeah.
And they put him in a shitty class because they don't believe that he's that good. But he doesn't do it for anything. He just does it because he wants to do it. He don't care about what people think about him. He don't care about all these other heroes because he takes out every villain in one fucking punch. Everyone.
Hence
So-
One Punch Man.
Yeah, so basically the whole show is set up around him saving the day, but at the very end, because the whole town is a bunch of superheroes. So they go up against some goddamn villain that he can beat everybody. So they go, what you gotta call this motherfucker? Because he kind of got an attitude. He's not a nice guy. He's bald, kind of grumpy. You know, has a mattress on his floor, plays video games all day long.
Wait a
But if
minute.
they
That's,
call
that's
him,
you.
kind of right.
That's not him.
I kind of fuck
But
with
wait-
One Punch Man.
Yeah.
Saitama, that boy, nice.
I think his energy, because I watched an episode of it today, because I didn't know about him either. I mean, I know about him, but I didn't like watch it, and I'm gonna watch that show because I like it. He reminds me of the babysitter from Jerry Maguire. He's got that energy to me. Do you remember that dude who was like suggesting jazz and stuff?
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
I can see that.
he's got like that vibe to him, but he's also just really tough.
He's tough, but
he-
you wouldn't know it until, he punches you one time.
Aren't we all One Punch Man in a sense that you get a good sucker punch in there and we could do the same thing?
No, that's
No?
absolutely
Some
not.
good momentum? Guys
There-
not looking?
There you go,
I know
Del.
what you
I
mean.
like that. His name would be Sucker Punch Man, but no, he's a one punch. He faces the enemy straight up, and most of the time they're bigger, stronger. It looks like they're stronger than him. They shit on him the whole time. The fuck you think you gonna do with me? I'm the god of the sea or whatever.
Yeah.
What? You think you can fight? And all of a sudden they pop all that shit. One punch.
Does he have
Episode's
to
over.
put on any
Good night,
costume
nurse.
or a glove or anything?
He has a yellow costume, white gloves, and a red cape.
He looks like a janitor, kind of.
Kind of like Blank Man. He
Yeah.
kind of like look like
a
as a
Blank
Blank
Man
Man
energy.
outfit, but he pulls up. Everybody laughs at him. They talk they shit, but as soon as he lay a finger on you, you're done.
I like
One
an
Punch Man.
unassuming superhero almost as much as I like a chubby,
has a very
chubby
straight face.
superhero. like
Okay.
a,
Like
a
when he pulls up, he just
normal
goes,
looking
"Huh?"
one.
That's what I love about One Punch. And he comes out, he goes, "Huh?" Like they'll do a monologue. I'm evil this, and he'll be like, "Uh huh," and they just get all mad because he don't give a fuck, and
Yeah.
they just, Done.
Good night.
Dunzo. One Punch Man.
Let's One Punch Man Asian hate. Okay.
Absolutely. Get that shit out of here.
Yeah, that's
you
what we
understand?
need to do.
I have
Tell you
a
that much.
love for Asians. I love them. I don't know.
Because he's Asian. That's why I mentioned it. One
Yeah,
Punch
he
Man.
is absolutely Asian. But yeah, man, I really don't like that because I just admire the Asian person's hustle. I live in Brooklyn, man. They got the Chinese food spot, nail spot, and the fish spot in the same spot. You gotta understand it. Like they triangulated the hood and they got us. Double fried those wings. That's how they took the hood. They double fried the wings, Tom.
We love you.
They
Asians.
fried them in the morning, waited for my black ass to order them, and they dropped them in the grease
You're
again.
talking like
Goddamn,
that was
I love
not
Asians.
part Asian.
I love the fucking Asians.
I am.
Well, I know. That's why I kind of looked over. But I don't know if you double fry your wings, but I'm saying I fuck with all y'all. One Punch
I'm
Man.
not gonna get into particulars, but I'm
One Punch Man.
different kind of Asian. But
That's
okay.
what it is.
Fair enough. Well, let's stop all Asian hate. That was number 9.
Inclusive.
Me too.
I don't want no hate to none of y'all.
Number 8.
Number 8. All right. Blade.
Oh,
Vampire Hunter.
Always bet on black.
Always bet on black. Snipes. Ready for this shit? First R-rated Marvel movie that saved the entire fucking franchise.
Talk to him.
Let's go.
For
What
real.
rated R rated? Was there nudity? I feel like the
No, it
vampires.
was cussing and blood, and a black man talking about cutting up vampires all through the set. Nigga, that
Honky
shit was
vampires.
crazy. Honky vampires getting sliced down. That boy was walking in the weird safe houses, cutting motherfuckers up. They was listening
Yeah.
to that, all that vampire music, and he was just, Vampire Hunter, man.
Yeah,
Jaywalker.
Yeah, he was good. That was like 98, 99. Something like
98,
that.
99. But it was the first R-rated Marvel movie that kind of launched the entire thing. Like, if it wasn't for Blade, Marvel wouldn't have been what it is now. So you got to give it up. Always bet on black.
Yeah, it's cool that Blade, because Blade is like a secondary character, but it is cool that that is kind of the beginning of the Marvel
he
shit.
you can call him a secondary character all you want, but he's
Yeah.
responsible for all the motherfuckers you love now, all the little white girls running around, kicking, and the Hulk and all that shit. It all came from Blade. Let me explain. Daywalker, if you don't know, he has all the vampires' powers, but only one weakness, the thirst. So he takes a little blood inhaler, Whistler hooks him up, so he's not even attacking people. He's like that anti-good hero. Love that shit.
Because Blade is a vampire himself.
Yeah,
right?
that's why they call him the Daywalker, because he can walk during the day. You know, the sun don't fuck with
I
him.
feel like his mom was like a human. Right?
Mom was a
He's
human.
half vampire, half human.
That's always what it is, right?
Right, the mom always sitting on strange
Pureness.
dicks in New York. Didn't know this nigga was a vampire all of a sudden. Right? All I'm saying is this. I see
that-
myself, the reason I picked
Getting that
Blade is
angel
number
dick,
8.
Buffy style.
Absolutely. The reason I see myself is I'm a form of a daywalker. See, I am an 8th white. I didn't know if you knew, guys, but I'm an 8th white, and I have all their strengths and only one
I
weakness,
always wondered why I liked you.
which is the eczema. That's my weakness. So
Oh, wow. That is so funny that your eighth of white has given you eczema.
my 8th white has given me eczema and nothing else. I have every other attribute except
Yeah.
my skin feels like armadillo if I don't keep it moisturized. Yeah.
But he
Blade.
doesn't drink blood.
And I
Yeah,
don't
3
drink blood.
movies. All of them were pretty good. First
I
and
like the
second
first two.
one
It
are
was crazy.
fire.
But that last one, they was
Yeah.
stretching a little bit. But
Yeah, I
that
really didn't
last
watch
one,
the
they
third
put
one.
Wasn't the last one more recently?
Somewhat.
sort of recent. Jessica Biel was good at archery. It was nice. They put Jessica
do an
Biel
archery,
in it.
do an
to
archery, do an
to
archery act out.
Archery to vampires. All these had like silver things
Yeah.
on them, and she'd kill
This is for the
vampires with
people
an arrow.
watching the
That's why it
That
was
seems
stretched.
very accurate.
Jessica Biel. She did archery.
Hey
But
man,
anyway.
she was hot back then. I mean, in show business and in the way she looked. And there's a new Blade coming out.
Yep. Mahershala Ali.
Mahershala.
Right? Mahershala. That's how you say it.
Ali.
Mahershala is the
True
new
Detective
Blade.
Vampire. That's what's
I
up.
think he's going to be good.
I think it'll be great. That's exciting. All right, that was cool, man. I love Blade. Black Power, Vampire Power. Coming in at number 7.
Coming in number 7, the boy, the Berserker Barrage, Wolverine. Yes.
Hey, bub.
Hey, bub. To take no shit. Don't play by his own rules. Got bones made of metal, nigga. Antimantium for all my geek niggas out there. What? Huh?
Yeah.
Pretty
What you
cool.
know about? What you know about when he do?
Doesn't it hurt him too when they
Every
come out?
time in the movie, he
Every
said it
time.
hurts every time it come out. Shink. And let me explain.
gotta
One
get
of the
used
best
to it, though,
characters on
eventually,
Marvel
That's
vs.
a
probably.
superhero
Capcom.
right there. He pushes through the pain to save
Every time.
lives every time.
Yeah.
Come on, shink. Everybody know that.
Ka-ching.
That whatever that.
Sure.
Ouchie.
Best comic books, best player on Marvel vs. Capcom. If you get a roll going with Wolverine, you can't be stopped.
Yeah. Unless you're playing me and I'm Ryu.
Yeah. Marvel vs. Capcom is just it's
Real rap, baby.
It's that jam. But
Yeah,
no,
no, for sure.
And Logan was amazing.
Logan's one of the best superhero movies
For
ever.
one of the best superhero flicks up. I was like, damn, I'm really into this. They
I
should
would
get
say
an award.
low key, it's like the best.
Logan kind of is one of the hardest.
Got like Terminator 2 vibes.
Yeah, it was good.
When he fucks up those Mexicans in the beginning, those gang.
But then they was pressing him. He was trying to be nice. Then all of a sudden, they got chopped the fuck up. That's what happens.
Yeah.
They got smoothie, Adele. It was crazy.
Did you see that one?
You see that one?
Yeah, Logan. It's his origin story, right?
No, that was actually his origin was Wolverine Origins.
They do
X-Men
that
Origins.
these movies. They're like fast forward, they
But
rewind.
it's in the
back
title.
and forth.
It's in the title. X-Men Origins Wolverine, and then they got Logan, which means old nigga. So it was the origin to what it was. This is how it started. This is how it ended.
Well, the X-Men movies are the craziest because, like, some X-Men movies are the best movies ever, and some of them are the worst movies ever. And it is confusing because, like, even, like, Professor X is in Logan, but he died in X-Men 3, and then he just, like, is alive for some reason, and they never explain it.
And he's giving everybody brain tumors and seizures. I remember that part when he was fucked up, so the whole world had to be... Yeah, it's good shit, man.
That's a great movie.
And Wolverine's daughter in it was Cherry because she was slicing.
Now, I don't mean to be a nerd, but she's not really his daughter. She was Project
X or whatever. But these two,
13
they both got claws. We might as well.
Great. She was great.
You got claws. I got claws. Let's be father daughter claws. You know.
The only other thing that didn't make sense of that movie was that there was like the little kids in like the X-Men program. They all spoke English, but she spoke Spanish. But she grew up with them. Why didn't she speak English?
But didn't she speak English later?
I don't remember. I thought it was
She
always
was bilingual.
Spanish.
The mother from the shitty mother from Orange Is the New Black was the nurse. So she taught her how to do both. And you got four coming out, and you got knives in your feet. Fuck shit up. I thought it was pretty good, man.
So the only thing I wanted to say about Wolverine is that Wolverine's a mutant, right? Which is X-Men. And like X-Men came out in like the 60s, and it was supposed to be like Stan Lee's answer to like the Civil War.
Yeah,
like, people hated on the mutants, like they hated on black people.
Yeah,
and I think
it's about us.
Sad.
It's funny that it's about that, but none of the original X-Men are black.
None of them.
It's like, what
They're
the
just
fuck?
mutants. Just white people with powers. That's what
they're
it
all
is.
still white, which is funny in the beginning. Black.
Also, you gave them powers.
Yeah.
You gave them powers to be progressive, so they're all, I guess, accepting.
It's just funny that you couldn't just slide in one black person
No,
on the X-Men
the one black
team.
person they did have was supposed to be able to adapt to everything, and that motherfucker died in the first 30 minutes. Remember on First Class? The black guy that turned into a fish, or he turned into stone, like he touched shit and turned into the boards.
Yeah, that's fucked up. They killed the
Berry
one.
is Storm. She's black. No?
Yeah.
Same?
No.
I guess.
Oh, no.
Halle Berry.
Storm's the shit, and she was in X-Men 1. I'm talking about when X-Men the comics came out. It was just funny that it was about like being racist, but yet still they were all white.
Storm was pretty good on the game too. Marvel vs. Capcom 2.
She's not my favorite, but she's got that wind move.
No, but the wind move and the lightning. If you get her on a good roll, look out.
Yeah, that X-Men animated series when we were little. One of the best cartoons ever.
Is it me, or does the fucking intro to that have like the Whitney Houston? No, you fuck it up. I'm your baby tonight. Like it's the same fucking song. But anyway,
somebody cut that up and send it to us. Hey, I'm looking at you, Mexico. Yeah, man. Fucking, that is a great, and that's funny. I never thought of that. Yeah. The Dazzler was kind of like Whitney Houston. Mm-hmm. All right, cool. Number 6.
Oh shit, Superman.
I feel like that's classic superhero.
Yeah, man.
Boring.
No, but there's something to
I
appreciate about like
Of
an
course.
OG superhero.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's OG.
He's the OG.
The OG.
Superman.
It's Superman.
Respect, Tom Cassidy. What the?
But
Isn't it so funny though how easy it was to make a superhero back then though? Just like Superman. But
I heard when Superman
Go ahead,
first
give your
started,
reasoning,
he could
I'm
only
sorry.
jump really far. He couldn't fly yet.
Oh, I didn't
Like
know
it was
that.
that second edition where they was like, just keep him up there.
Yeah.
Right. But Superman, I like King Kal-El. He's an alien. Came down here, and
Mexican too.
I like the that's so funny. I like the fact that we always wonder, like all the newer movies, the Zack Snyder joints, they always play with the idea, like, what if he goes bad? So that's why he's dope. Because if you impervious to anything in the earth, like you can spin around. Remember on the first one, he spin around and saved Lois. Margot Kidder was her name, wasn't it?
Yeah. Rest in peace.
He went all the way back to save Margot fucking. But in my head, I was like, why?
It was the 70s. It was a different time.
Margot? I was like, you gonna turn the time back for Margot? Anyway, but anyway, Superman always had the hottest shit. King Aliens. His origin story was dope. His dad instilled all this shit. He was born with that cape. The motherfucker is super. It's like he didn't get bit by a spider and no shit like that. He didn't have millions of billions of dollars. He just was born a goddamn Superman. He was born a regular person on Krypton, but then Krypton exploded. Come on, man. And then he went to Earth and he was like, you know what? I might as well be.
The kryptonite thing that always intrigued me. That's the one thing that can get him, right?
Yeah.
But like still, right?
Yeah.
Still to this
Yes.
day. Okay.
But Flash.
What would you say your kryptonite is?
Before I was in a relationship, thick white women. Thick white women.
That's called setting somebody up. Oh shit. Yeah.
Thick girl. Well, actually, not just one. Thick of all colors. But yeah, man.
Everybody's got a kryptonite, you know.
But yeah, and a good crystally weed. So but
and yeah, there's weed called kryptonite.
yeah. So it all works hand in hand. But no, Superman. The whole I just want to be a good guy, and it turned into a whole savior complex. So there's always that.
Yeah.
There's always a complex with Superman. Like you can love him, but then everybody else be like, but he's the pseudo god and blah 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 blah, and he can't. So what if he goes bad? And then that whole Brightburn shit. Remember Brightburn? That kind of like that movie where it was like a Superman type parody, but he came down. He was evil.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
You go fuck.
But I'm thinking of The Boys.
Even
they
that
did it better.
Oh, what's the name? What was it?
I can't think of his name.
Homelander.
Homelander.
What the real Superman would be like.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, the
Exactly.
boys really
power corrupts, and absolute power corrupts.
absolutely. What's the name? Who said that? Ferris Bueller.
Yeah, well, he took it from Animal Farm, I believe.
Ferris said it. Power corrupts, and absolute power corrupts absolutely.
What
Superman.
about Clark Kent? He can get it. He was really kind of handsome.
You like that?
You can get it.
He's got a nice chin.
Yeah.
Sure.
man.
Yeah, he's
I mean,
a reporter.
it was pretty obvious that it was the same guy, but we just had to pretend it wasn't.
Yeah, I mean
right?
that's another just ridiculous.
But you don't have a shot at Adele.
1930.
You don't have a shot at Adele because he dates regular Douglas. You're not a regular Douglas. Superman like them regulars.
That's funny.
You like them regular old down home redheads, boy.
Well, no, there was that one. There was the one Superman and Lois Lane show from the '90s where Lois Lane was the girl from Seinfeld. They're real and they're spectacular.
Oh yeah, I forgot her name, but yeah,
So that
she was
Lois
kind of
Lane, yeah, she was good.
Yeah,
Shout
that
out to
had a
Jackie
long
Childs.
run.
He wound up fucking on the last
Yeah,
episode.
good for Jackie.
Jackie Childs wound up getting it.
Yeah, and then he brought back the real and spectacular line. Yeah, I remember once when I had a shitty job in Times Square, somebody was walking in the line, and he had a Batman vs Superman shirt on, and I was just like, "You like that movie?" And he was like, "Yeah," but that's I think the worst superhero movie ever.
Batman vs Superman.
Yeah, I hated that movie.
It was pretty tough to watch.
Yeah.
Just because it was also it's like a perfect movie. It should be a perfect movie, and it was absolute garbage.
Dak.
But hey, man, I thought the first Superman was good in that series.
I thought the first Superman with Christopher Reeves is still the best one.
Yeah, and that's
The first one with Reeves is still the hardest. It still goes absolutely. Say, Jack, that's a mean outfit. When the pimp saw him and he flipped, get the fuck out. Yeah, the first one. But yeah, if we gotta go, Man of Steel was good with the boy Henry, the boy Jack
Cavill?
Swole. Yeah, and then the one, the Snyder, he's doing good as the Superman now. Because it took a while for them to find
his
one.
costume progressed, right? It started off with some like tights, like some like
Tights with an S on it,
Yeah.
blue plain old tights. Now he has like this like carbon fiber chest thing.
Yeah, it always
There you go.
goes to that.
Dell,
That's always
Dell loves herself a chest. Look at her.
Hey, listen. I am no Superman. That's a good song.
But Superman, King
Yeah.
Kal-El.
Number 6.
Number 6.
Coming in at number 5.
Iron Man.
Oh, shit.
Bop, you gotta understand, an actor on the edge made this goddamn character work. Robert Downey is the only motherfucker to do it, and I heard he didn't get paid that much because he had a coke habit on that first one, so they was like he was a liability. But then he transformed
Iron
it.
Man before him.
He got that back, though. No, I don't think
No.
so.
We don't
Where's-
remember nobody who
Okay,
played
fair
Iron Man
enough.
before him.
Yeah.
Robert Downey is Iron Man. The hardest shit, the billionaire philanthropist, Wonder Boy. That was a genius, but he was cocky as fuck.
Yeah, he
and you
seemed
go,
like a hot mess half the time, Iron Man. Like,
And,
in there, he was always like sweating.
daddy
all
issues
hungover.
and shit. It was great. The
Perfectly
suits,
cast.
The suits fucking. his genius, but he kind of downplayed it because he's Tony Stark, man. Like, that's where everybody was like, yo, it's Tony Stark. He's
running through pussy.
Running through it. When I
But
mean,
Penny is love interest. He
Yeah,
fell for
eventually,
Penny.
and then that's
yeah,
what happened.
eventually,
Yeah.
but
Yeah,
he had to,
yeah,
you know,
yeah.
he had to get them wiggles out. He had to get them superhero wiggles out, boy. Iron Man. He said, you know what? I'm done making weapons. I'm gonna be a weapon for the good, the greater good. I'm gonna make a suit. And then he told what's his name? The dude from Empire, he was gonna make a suit. Then the next movie it was Don Cheadle for some goddamn reason. But I don't know. Terrence Howard,
Yeah.
you should have stuck that out, nigga.
That was a tough one.
Terrence, you stuck that shit out.
Yeah.
Empire,
'Cause Don
Marvel
Cheadle's-
Universe. Empire, Marvel Universe. Anyway, all I'm saying is you should have just went with whatever you had, nigga. It was a beast.
gotta
That
hurt.
series was crazy because of Robert Downey. If it wasn't for Iron Man and Blade, the shit wouldn't have been right. Blade back then, that first Iron Man movie is still nuts. I go, this movie is still pretty good.
Yeah, from your list, I mean, Blade was like the first of that, like to open it up, and Superman also was like the first Superman movie, and then Iron Man's what really kicks off this new wave. Iron Man 1 is a perfect movie.
Perfect fucking movie.
Isn't it? But
Perfect.
I will say that I think, and his use in like all the Avengers movies is so perfect. Like
Even in the Spider-Man movies, like Robert Downey is superb. He's superb.
Iron Man 2 and 3 both suck though.
Hey, yeah, no, whatever.
That's
tried.
what's funny about that is that like they're both.
They tried, but it still set up the story somehow.
Yeah,
For the rest of it, I mean, it's 22 films, Tom. You ain't
They
gonna
can't all
have
be
all
great.
Oscar winning. 22 films,
But
boy.
no, I know, but when was the last time they made a bad one? They've all been pretty good lately.
Well, they got their wiggles out,
Yeah,
and then
yeah, yeah.
after the few, and then all of a sudden we was like, oh, it's another one coming out. Oh, we go with this one and this one.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers was waiting for the end of them long ass credits to see the little chip that we needed to get ready for the next. Come on,
Adorable.
man.
People stay in the movie theaters.
Dorks,
Wait for it.
all of us.
Yeah,
All
no,
of
for
us.
sure.
Marvel made us all geeks. I don't care if black people call black people that read comic books geeks. Y'all just as geek ass niggas because y'all sat and waited just like we did. We was all like, oh, when the Avengers coming out. I remember when the preview for it came out. A black dude stood up in the theater and was like, it's a wrap. It's a fucking wrap. I
Iron Man
remember
1?
that. For Avengers 1.
Okay, yeah,
It's a wrap. He went like all rap style. Geek.
yeah.
Iron Man.
Iron Man, yeah, man. Also, just anybody can be Iron Man. You just pop on that suit, which is nice.
Popped the suit on, but he got skills.
Yeah.
That boy started doing all the little remixes. He had one in the briefcase. He had one in the jet. He had one he could walk, and then it came like one he walked the suit off. Like he
Yeah.
walk into the house and the shit would be taking off the suit. He's like, come on, man. Iron
Yeah,
Man.
and he's super smart. He's a playboy because, like, in the Avengers 1
playboy.
that you just mentioned, when Captain America's like, take away that suit, what do you have?
A lot.
Yeah.
Got millions.
What's the story with his like heart? He like has like a fake heart.
No, the story was they had took him hostage over there in the Middle East when he was just a weapons dealer. They
More
wanted to
war
make-
propaganda.
war propaganda. So they took him, and it was like, we need you to make us weapons, and then when you're done, we're going to kill you. So Tony Stark, being the Tony Stark, he took scraps, made himself an Iron Man suit, right? But the whole thing was he had to base it around his battery that doctor gave him because shrapnel was going to his heart. So there was a magnet that kept the shrapnel from hitting his heart. So he had to build a whole suit to keep the shrapnel from coming off his heart. It's pretty wild shit. And then in that, he made a new element in this whole thing. It went from a circle to a triangle because the motherfucker is just smart. He figures out new elements to keep him alive. Just all kinds of wild shit. He used to have cartridges, but it was killing him. You got to watch all the movies, man. All the little purple machine veins was going up his face. He was fucked up. And then he had to redo it. He had daddy issues. So when he worked out his daddy issues, he figured out his science issues. And Iron Man is the leader of the fucking Avengers. Like, that's how things happen.
And he saved the universe, you know? Twice. Yep.
Twice. Iron Man. Listen, Robert Downey Jr. saved the universe twice.
It is fucked up that Captain America, like, forced him back,
Yeah.
and then he died.
And then he died.
No one really mentions that.
Yeah.
But
We need
yeah.
you back, man. And the whole daughter,
yeah.
whole kid. I got to live for her. And then he was like, fuck.
Yeah.
I'm the only one that could do it. So it's just like, yeah.
Yeah.
Iron Man, boy.
But that is cool. The last snap.
It's like Jay-Z of Marvel. He's like the Jay-Z of Marvel.
Yeah. Sure. I love Iron Man.
It's
Tony
the Rock.
Stark.
He got the Rock symbol on his chest, upside down. Come on, Adele.
Sure does.
What are we doing?
Wait, this way?
I'll take it.
Then turn it this
Well,
way.
there's an actual rapper who calls himself Iron Man.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah.
He's not worthy.
No, who is it? Tony Stark? Raekwon? Or is it?
Yeah, whoever Tony Raekwon.
Yeah,
no.
yeah. Is it Ghostface?
Oh, it's Ghostface.
I was.
Then I'll take it all back. Wu-Tang.
Yeah. Yeah, you got a Wu-Tang tattoo. All right, cool. Coming in at number 4.
All right, the more darker Iron Man, Batman. Come on, we know the difference. Batman's parents got killed when he was a kid. Iron Man's parents got killed when he was an adult. So they came up different. They had the same money, but they came up different. That's why Batman's so dark. He saw his family get murdered when he was like a child. Iron Man found out that Winter Soldier killed his parents in one of the movies. So it's a lot of weird stuff. He recreated his parents and did a whole hologram. Batman just dealt with that shit. He put it down and just put it on himself and brooded it down.
I feel like in every Batman movie they show the scene of his parents getting
because
killed.
You need to remember.
Yeah, you do.
You don't want your parents murdered in the alleyway of a theater.
Yeah, you see the pearls.
The pearls fall. Dad dead every time. That's a dark motherfucker right there. But
It's
he had the same
enough
billions.
already. I don't need to see his parents die again.
Hey, but we got to know. And then they
gotta
did
be
it in the
reminded.
Joker. They explained it in the Joker. That's why I loved it.
What I will say about this, because Iron Man to me and Batman, it's tough. They are very similar. But why I'll give it to Batman is because a superhero is only as good as his villains.
Oh, yeah. Batman's villains are, whoo.
Batman has probably the best villains.
Batman
There's one
has
other
all
person
killers.
Yeah.
You ever notice Batman's villains are straight killers. It ain't like they hurt people. No, they murder entirely. And Batman goes, I'm not going to kill him. I'm going to put him in Arkham. So I got to beat him. That's
Yeah. He should
Batman's
learn his lesson eventually.
He got a car. He got a plane.
Sure does.
He got a
Correct me
cave.
if I'm wrong. He doesn't have any technical superpowers.
Well, either does Iron Man.
Neither is Iron Man.
Well, yeah, we acknowledge that it's
Yeah.
the suit. Batman
Yes.
too, right? It's
Yeah,
all
the
his
power is called
accessories.
billions. It's called billions of
It's his
dollars.
accessories in his
Yeah,
lair.
but
That's the superpower.
That's why I like
Billions.
Iron Man more. Because,
Got
like,
it.
I feel
Why
like...
do you think Elon Musk out there
I
making
was gonna
box
say,
cars?
It reminds me of Elon Musk going to
Billions.
Mars. Yeah, totally. Okay.
Yeah. That was the scene in the Avengers movie that was annoying and not as cool as Iron Man when Flash was like, what's your superpower? And he's like,
I'm rich.
I'm rich. That Ben Affleck is like Donald Trump Batman.
We could say that, but we don't want to hear him say that. Like,
Yeah, no, it's just not as cool. He's just not as
Not
cool,
as cool as
man.
Iron Man.
But I'll say this, Dark Knight, best superhero movie maybe ever.
Maybe ever.
Yeah, so I mean,
So yeah, Christian Bale, shout out. But I know y'all probably going, this is great. I think Ben Affleck is the best Batman. Because he brolic. And that's like the old school comic books.
Yeah.
The niggas brolic. And the only thing we took from Superman vs. Batman was that fight scene where he took down all the goons to save Superman's mom. That shit was hard. I don't care what nobody say. Because he brolic, the car is that.
seems like fat Batman to me.
No, but you saw the workout. You saw the montage when he was lifting.
Yeah, with the
I really
I'm
don't
like, oh,
even.
this
I,
Batman
don't-
the
different.
tire with the.
I like Ben Affleck. I don't know why I don't like him as Batman, but I don't.
kinda fuck with him as Batman.
I
So
don't.
who was your favorite Batman actor?
It's got to be Christian Bale.
Because of the movie. But he had the
but even
voice.
I like the original Batman too.
I'm not wearing hockey pads.
Yeah, it's a bit.
If it ain't Michael Keaton, it's
Michael
Ben
Keaton.
Affleck. Hockey pads. I let hockey pads go because the Joker was so fucking phenomenal in that guy.
Yeah.
Oh, this boy stinks.
He was a cool Bruce Wayne too, though, when he didn't use
He's
that
a cool
voice.
Bruce Wayne.
Yeah.
But Ben Affleck is kind of a cool Bruce. Like, Jeremy Irons is Alfred. That's kind of fly.
That Alfred's always running out to get pussy too. He's like the Iron Man of fucking Alfred's.
Yeah.
Mr. Wayne, I'm so cool. I don't know.
Nah,
I love
man.
Jeremy Irons too, but
Jeremy Irons, man. That's scarred. It was,
Ugh.
yeah, but you got to so if it's not Michael Keaton, who was the hardest, it's Ben Affleck, I think.
All right, fair
And
enough.
Christian Bale because of whatever, but Clooney, no. Val Kilmer, no. Fucking.
Do you think they make him do the voice in the audition process?
Yeah, I don't know, but that is the one thing I feel that.
pads.
Yeah,
What?
It's also weird that Batman has to do that and he has a mask on, and Superman just sounds the same and he has any mask on. He's just not wearing glasses.
Hey man,
This has been done by a lot of 80s
but
comedians.
you have to understand though, bruh. Superman had all them powers. Like even when
Maybe people are
Remember-
just scared, and that's why they didn't say
that could be it because Superman can kill you like that.
Yeah.
Or remember on Superman 1 when he erased Lois's memory. He put his glasses fell off, and she looked at him, and she was like, "You look familiar." And he was like, "I don't know what you're talking." Like he fucked up her head at the end because remember,
Okay.
that was Superman 2. Take it back. Superman
Okay.
2. They got in a relationship, and then he said, "This ain't gonna work." Zapped the brain out. Superman had all them powers, bro.
Problem with Superman 2 is like he loses his powers for half of the
He
movie.
loses powers for her, and then goes, I fucked up.
I know.
And then he gives
Never
it back
mind.
and goes, Margot, kid her? He flew away going, Margot fucking kid.
You're
What
really
was I
not-
thinking?
You're really not a fan of hers.
Only because Family Guy trashed her in a couple episodes
Oh,
and
that's
made me
funny.
laugh. So I was like, but yeah, man, Superman had all those good, but I don't want to get off. I don't want to get off
Hey,
topic.
it's okay. No,
Batman
it's
is the shit. He's a dark, brooding superhero because his parents died early, and Iron Man's parents died late. That's the difference. Mm-hmm. So you see where both went.
The levels of trauma are different. Yeah.
Both mentally ill people that beat up on
And put
the
suits
urban
on.
community.
And put suits on. But they both had fly suits. So fuck it.
For sure. Coming in at number 3.
Oh, shit. Spider-Man. Yeah. Stan Lee's I Love You to the world.
Oh, my God.
It's like his greatest fucking creation. Spider-Man. First of all, I love Spider-Man so much because I grew up watching the movies. I grew up with Toby. But the games have gotten, oh my God, better through the years. I've played every, Spider-Man game that was on a PS, on a PlayStation. So I was like, Jesus Christ. You kind of, as soon as they start doing all that free swinging shit, and then you can get combos, and then you can build up your arsenal, all these suits and all that shit. I'm like, oh, this game is fucking crazy. But I like to see all the Spider-Man franchises.
And Peter Parker,
and young
right?
Tom Holland is doing his thing.
Number 1 in my book. Tell you that much.
Tom Holland is the man when it comes down to Spider-Man, boy.
I'm talking about just Spider-Man in general, the best superhero.
I fuck with Spider-Man.
ever.
He's broke, right?
Lives in Queens.
Lives in Queens, right? Loves himself, one of them redheads, and he was a photographer.
He was a
and
bit
this
of a
and
player, too. Well, also the story of Spider-Man, too, like in the 60s and then going into the 70s and stuff was like that he was like basically like a junkie for like adrenaline. He was like an adrenaline junkie.
See that?
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I mean, well, that's how it was in the 70s and shit. And then like his friend Harry's like on drugs and shit.
Oh, wow.
And
Wasn't
then
he a
like
kid in high school that got bit by a spider? What movie did I watch?
yes, that was the beginning. That was the origin story. But then he got older.
His
went
uncle
to
died.
college.
Because when did he get strung out, or his friends get strung out? When
That, I'm talking about the comics now.
Let me
but-
explain something, Adele. See,
Yeah.
this is what I'm saying. You
Wasn't
got to understand. This is
the movie
he
Kirsten
was
Dunst?
swinging webs because his uncle died. See, if your parents would have died, he would have been Spider-Man with money. But see, Spider-Man with no money, but he was still a genius. So he used his brains to come up with a new style of whooping ass, and he got the quirky. He talks shit when
Well,
he
his
fight.
parents died when he was young too.
Parents did that. Damn, his parents and his uncle died.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a lot of dead parents with these superheroes, man. A lot of that's the only thing that make you strong, I guess.
Doesn't kill you makes you stronger.
Because if you don't die from your parents dying, then that's like an insurance policy. Or
I like
something.
that Spider-Man when he like does it. He's like wobbly and like it's not used to his powers yet, and like is fucking up and like.
Oh,
throwing
just
the
trying to
webs.
figure it all again.
Yeah.
Trying to figure it all
I
out.
love to see the progression.
You like to stumble forward. That's what you like.
He's the best, man. He also has great villains too. Green Goblin, Dr. Octopus,
The Sinister Six, all of
Kraven
them.
the Hunter, Mysterio. That last Spider-Man was the shit, by
Pretty
the
good.
way.
Mysterio,
People are
he-
sleeping on that one.
That scene where he had to figure out what was real, what was fake, and he had to jump through all the
all the cameras
this
and shit.
is cold.
I have never been more excited for a movie than for the upcoming Spider-Man
Yeah,
movie.
upcoming Spider-Man gonna be fly,
It's
bro.
coming out in December. We'll all be vaccinated by
Marvel
then.
figured it out, man. They got this flight. Like
They're gonna have
Spider-Man's
all of
been
the
dope.
Spider-Mans in it too. That's
Yep.
Toby. Nobody cares about Andrew Garfield.
So they're doing the live action Spider-Verse. I sound like such a nerd, but they're doing the verse, the Spider-Verse. And shout out to the multiverse Spider-Man that came out with the cartoons.
Black
That shit was
Spider-Man,
fucking
baby.
crazy.
Live action Spider-Verse.
And for what it's worth, I got Miles Morales Spider-Man on PlayStation 4 coming to the house as we speak. It's gonna be great.
Phenomenal video game. I love Black
Finally
Spider-Man.
got my PS4 Pro back.
Well, you had a question. The multiverse. They had the cartoon that came out in theaters
Oh, yeah.
for the Black Spider-Man, and he's a great Black Spider-Man. Like I love Peter Parker, but I'm ready. Miles Morales.
It's time for a little change.
It is.
Miles
Peter's
Morales,
been around since the '60s.
Peter, and then there's all these different Peters.
Since the Beatles were playing. It's
all
time
these
to
different
fucking.
Peters, bruh. Let a Miles come in.
I know everything about Spider-Man. If you could think of like any like trivia question, I could
What's
answer
his grandmother's name?
it.
Isn't that
Mary.
who raised him? Okay.
Aunt May, right?
No, that's
Whoa.
that's his aunt, Aunt May.
Oh, so
I don't know.
you
His
took it back.
mom's name is Mary, so I'm just assuming that.
so she's Mary Jr. Gotcha.
Maybe. Who the fuck knows?
Grandma named Mary, so the mom had to be named Mary. I get it. But yeah, Spider-Man, web slinging, fun, and he has some of the best fighting combos I've ever seen in a game. Like some of the shit you can do with Spider-Man. He's
Fucking people up like.
he
Very
could fight
skinny.
people in the
I think
air.
That's why you like him. You can see yourself in him.
I've always
Little
saw myself in Spider-Man. Absolutely. That's
There you
why
go.
I love him.
Skinny.
He also like the one story of like him not saving his girlfriend. Like Green Goblin, my favorite comic book story ever is when Green Goblin threw his girlfriend Gwen Stacy off the bridge, and he saves her. He hits her with the web, but her neck snaps. when he catches her and then she dies.
Yeah.
It's like the best shit ever. And then
Pretty wild.
it's basically what they based Spider-Man 1 on the movie. And then the
you
Green
just saw
Goblin
it,
gets
too.
impaled with the
In the
chest.
movie, it was cold because he went down slow motion. He was like, and she died. And caught her. But
And then it
that
hit her.
next snap back, I was like, oh, this is some good shit right here, man.
Very
I was like,
sad.
good for them. This is, look at you. You okay?
Aw,
You
yeah,
all right?
I'm okay.
Joe's watching
Yeah,
in the
it's getting
background.
glossy.
Joe, are we getting everything right?
I got goosebumps.
Okay, good. Yeah, man,
Ah,
Spider-Man. We
sad.
love you, Spidey. Queens forever, man. Queens get the money. Coming in at number 2?
The Hulk.
Oh, shit. The Incredible.
Let me explain something about the Incredible Hulk, man.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, it's another smart person turned into a crazy. See,
a white guy.
Bruce Banner was like, I need to figure out the gene. Because I'm going from Bill Bixby. I'm thinking Bill Bixby, Lou Ferrigno, Hulk, and we'll go forward. But all David wanted, so it was David Banner. All David wanted was that the thing that gives you the adrenaline to either save or help. And he couldn't find it. So he poisoned himself with gamma and became one of the world's greatest I don't give a fuck heroes we've ever seen in our lifetime. Because the Hulk, when he changes, everybody need to look the fuck out. It's like he kind of know who good, who bad, but you still might get a bruise or two. Because Hulk comes in, to be honest with you, the reason I like Hulk as number 2, he the only one that can fuck up Superman.
Okay.
And not even care. Like, he's what? He's a what? Man, let me see him. And then Hulk just turn to Hulk. And if he gets madder, he gets bigger. There's no beating that. Like, you don't. Thanos did his thing when he knocked him the fuck out. That kind of hurt my spirit.
That was such a wild movie scene to
Oh,
set up
God.
how tough Thanos was. They
Oh.
just beat the shit out of the Hulk.
beat the shit out of Hulk in the beginning of the goddamn movie.
Yeah, yeah.
And then there
Oh.
was the Superman effect. He couldn't be Hulk for like a whole movie.
Oh, God, it hurt. Oh, man,
Yeah.
it hurt. He got his ass whooped so bad he didn't want to. But other than that, when he, on Ragnarok, when he jumped up and punched Suture in the face, it was a monster. Like, what the fuck? What are we doing here? I'm the Hulk. Like, Avengers 1 was based on the Hulk. They needed his fury and all that. Tony Stark had to build a goddamn triple tank machine to fight him. Like, come on, bro.
Hulk Smasher. That was a cool
Hulk
outfit. What a
Smasher.
fight.
Because Hulk is he's an unstoppable force, and people know Hulk be fighting Thor like it ain't no thing. Thor is a god, and Hulk be like, I don't give a fuck.
He's-
I'm
that's his
mad.
thing. He's fearless and
I'm
angry. He doesn't
angry.
give a fuck.
Who we got to fight?
And to your point of like, don't give a fuck about Thor. When one of the greatest Hulk scenes in the Avengers is when Loki starts talking shit to him
Yeah.
and he just fucks him up. Yeah, that's
Because
great.
the Hulk don't care. You need that. He's the shooter in your clique. The dude that's ready for all this shit. Oh, we got to get out of something?
He's
Or
like
you
the
need me
one
to
white
destroy
guy
something?
in a DMX music video.
Yeah. The
Yeah.
one white boy in that crew of black friends. What the fuck does he do?
But
Oh,
isn't
you don't
he
mess
also
with him.
that one
The
guy
Hulk.
Yeah.
in the crew that gets your ass in trouble because he can't control himself?
No, he's the one that equalizes the trouble.
Mm-hmm.
Like Hulk don't talk the shit because he's Bruce first. But if somebody go, oh, they popping off. Yo, they popping off. You ready? I'm always ready. Hulk time. What are you talking about? Taking out whole machine. The first one, when he took down the little flying centipede, he jumped
yeah.
up. Hulk just
He
don't
just punched her in
care.
the face.
He just go,
Like it was
what?
a shark.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I like how they made him smart too. That was hilarious.
That was pretty funny.
Very funny.
So it kind of, because he was like, "Urgh," and he was making fun of himself as a brute.
Mm-hmm.
But as a brute, that's your ace in the hole. Like Hulk's number 2 because you can count on Hulk. He's the one that equalizes shit. We got a problem? We ain't gonna have a problem too much longer because
Yeah.
I don't fuck around with that. Like that's the Hulk. He'll go, what? That's the dude to go, what? This is what the Hulk is to me. The fuck you think you talking to? Like that. That's Hulk energy.
It's Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, baby.
Yep, absolutely. Remember when he fought what's the name in Harlem?
Old girl. I don't know.
Remember when he fought old boy in Harlem on his movie not
Was it
Abomination.
the Edward Norton movie?
Abomination.
Yeah.
Yeah, when he fought Abomination. Yeah, that Norton was pretty good. When he fell out the plane, didn't change, and he changed
Edward
last
Norton
minute.
fucked up his money too.
Yeah, he did. I don't know why these dudes did
They-
carry through.
Yeah.
And you gave it to, what's the name?
Mark Ruffalo.
Mark soft ass, meek Mark.
Ruffalo's pretty good though.
Ruffalo
He
does
did
his
a great
thing.
job.
He
yeah.
does his thing. But
Picked up the
goddamn,
mantle. You
he
know,
fought Armageddon in Harlem, and they were fucking each other up. That fight scene
Those houses-
went all around the city.
those
He was
buildings
throwing
still
niggas
aren't
through the
fixed.
Projects. Oh man, destruction. The Hulk is about that work.
fun fact, in like the mid to late 90s, Marvel and DC did a crossover where you could vote who would win. So they put like Batman versus like Captain America and like Spider-Man versus Superboy, and they had the Hulk versus Superman, and Superman won. There's
Yeah,
like,
but I've seen computer simulation. You know how the nerds put up that fan art. Superman didn't win easy.
No.
No. It wasn't like some little Appalachian State little scrimmage. No. Hawk gave him that fucking work. Boy, I don't give a fuck about your cape. I could jump. And he'll jump to where Superman was flying to. Superman had to take this dude into space. Hit him a few times. And then Hawk just shook it off. What? That's your key man.
What I love about this podcast is that, like, last week we were talking about celebrities with nice asses, and now we're talking about fucking
bruh.
the Incredible
Like
Hulk.
they're real
Versatility.
people too.
Yeah.
We're like, did
No.
you see when he did this?
That's what I'm saying, yeah.
But you had nasty ass Karen on. Karen gonna talk that shit. You had nasty ass Karen on. I know Karen. Karen nasty.
Hey, the Incredible Hulk likes a nice ass, doesn't he?
Yeah.
That's what turns him when people are mean to him when he sees a nice ass.
I like a superhero's love interest. That always intrigues me.
So how'd you like
Sometimes
Hawk and
they can't be together because of his anger, right?
Yeah.
Like, like crush her or do something crazy.
There's
to
always-
her.
You can't sleep with the
Hey,
Hawk.
keep a pin in that because we're going to be reading a script later. Okay, coming in at number 1, Derek Gaines.
fucking one, boy.
Hold
Here
on.
we go.
Number 1, Derek Gaines, top 9 superheroes.
Top 9 superheroes. Stephen Q. fucking Urkel. Let's go. Urkel. Yes.
I didn't see that one coming.
Yes. Yes.
Did I do that?
Did I do that? If Michael Jordan was the king of the 90s in basketball, Jaleel White was king of primetime television tonight. I don't give a fuck. You have to understand, as a cul-de-sac black kid growing up in the suburbs, some black nerd, clumsy than a motherfucker, terrorizes a black family so much that they love him for it. What? Flies a rocket out of Family Matters and lands in Step by Step. Get the fuck out of here. And does his dance on Patrick Duffy. Duffy was the king of television till that black motherfucker came in.
Wait, who's Patrick Duffy?
The boy from Dallas. Remember everybody watched Dallas? Like the whole world stopped for Dallas. And that was the 80s. But something happened. Let me explain. Okay, since we on the number 1, turn this shit over. Let me explain something right now. Steve Urkel came in as a 1-episode write-in because the show ratings was going down because they called it the Diet Cosby Show.
No,
Ain't
they
this a
did
bitch?
not.
It was a spinoff for Carl and Harriet. It was a spinoff from them. It was a spinoff from Perfect Strangers, right? They was doing the show. Season 1 was kind of good. They was like, it's kind of like Cosby Show. What the fuck we gonna do? I don't know. Some black kid want to audition to be the nerd that likes Laura and it's a blind date. And they go, all right, we wrote this boy came in and start showing the fuck off to the point where he got cereal, lunch boxes, he got what else he got? They had white kids wanted to be him like exclusively for Halloween to the point where the suspenders to where it was a fucking Urkel pageant. Remember motherfuckers were sending in videotapes of the best Steve Urkel,
Women, men.
the stock
There's
and
some 30-year-old white kids with some questionable blackface Steve Urkel. I bet.
yeah. Pizza Hut stock went up because he's the only nigga on TV that brought motherfuckers home on a Friday night.
He liked cheese.
Are you nuts? He liked cheese. He liked selfish, big foreheaded bitches that didn't give him play till the 9th fucking season. What? Laura Winslow stunk, but he's toughed it out because he knew he was going to get her. Do you understand? The boy put everything in the format. Big Bang Theory, kiss my ass. Rick and Morty, kiss my ass. Family Guy, kiss my ass. Fucking Urkel was making experiments and chambers, and he went back in time. Get ready for this. He made a transport machine that went to fucking Paris in the 8th season. Who?
Yeah.
All these superheroes we named? Jaleel White, boy.
Let's not forget about Stefan
Stefan.
Urkel.
Stefan Urkel, Myrtle Urkel. The boy did every... Myrtle Urkel. They gave him other roles. He played a cousin of himself. This dude had an Urkel universe all by himself and carried a whole family on his back for 9 seasons, 24 episodes a goddamn season.
Talk to him.
You
Also,
understand? Urkel was the god.
and also even to help your argument that he's a superhero, he was the Bruce Lee one too.
He was Bruce Lee. The boy was
Right.
Elvis.
fucking people
The
up.
boy he went and got himself another girl because Laura wouldn't love him just yet. Falls in love with the other girl. Finds out the girl's
She's
a stalker.
better anyway.
Breaks up with Myra. And winds up getting with Laura anyway. But he makes another version of himself so Laura can see that it. Steve Urkel made another version of himself just so he can get the love from the bitch he always loved. Come on, man. You ain't never heard no comic book quite like Family Matters. I just watched that shit on Hulu because I got all this internet in my room now. Bruh, season 1 through season 9, it was Urkel. Like the dude
Watched all 9 episodes?
I watched all
Seasons?
All 9 episodes. I watched it. Gave me like 3 weeks.
Wow.
3-4 weeks. But you have to understand, if it wasn't for Urkel, all this shit would have been Bang Theory, nerds on TV, Urkel fucking making experiments and all that shit.
Dexter's
Rick and Morty.
Laboratory.
Dexter's, all that shit. It was him. The boy had he made an atomic bomb in season 2. Are you nuts?
Yeah.
Everybody think, oh, black people ain't. Black people don't.
Made an atomic bomb.
White superheroes. Fuck you, Urkel. Brought people home Friday night to set up a show that nobody would have watched if he wasn't on it. TGIF wouldn't have been TGIF if that black family wasn't on there. And
Urkel was like Eddie Murphy to like SNL in the 80s.
absolutely, goddamn-lutely. And my closing statement: he didn't drug bitches. They came to him. Fuck your Diet Cosby show. Family Matters, son.
Yeah. Free Bill Cosby.
Bill Cosby, but Urkel was God.
Man, it's so.
That's my number 1.
Yeah, no, that's a good number 1, man. That was a great list.
Stephen Q.
What was the Q stand for?
Quincy.
Nice. Oh shit! Shout out to Quincy
Gotta
Jones.
watch the show.
You know,
Watch the show, you'll know.
I mean,
Also-
I watched it when it
And he
was
was
on
rich.
TGIF back in the day, but right
And
now.
he was rich.
Yep.
He was just making
was
shit
rich.
over in his house.
You know what's nice too? Jaleel White seems like he's got his shit together. You know, he seems like he's had a good life. You know,
Residual,
which is nice.
residual king.
Sure.
If residuals are superpowers, that nigga got all of them. That's what that is. Yup.
And there's no kryptonite for him.
Ain't no kryptonite.
He doesn't have
except Laura.
He doesn't have 70 women coming out of the woodwork.
What is that?
He got Laura in the end.
He got Laura in there. She
Wow.
wanted him.
God bless.
Laura, and so funny about it that he played both Stefan and Urkel in season 8 and 9 until she had to figure out which one she wanted. Come on,
And she picked
Yeah.
Urkel.
and she picked Urkel.
Wow. A tale as old as time. All right. So one of the reasons why I had
And Urkel went to space. Elon.
Yep. Yeah. Elon Musk. Whatever, man.
And Urkel went to space.
Ugh.
Elon.
Yeah. Steve Urkel actually invented Bitcoin. I don't know if you know that.
Go ahead.
I'm kidding.
Oh.
So me and Derek actually wrote a script a few years ago. It was probably like 2014, 2013. Adele, you can hand him his literature. And it was called Martin X, where Derek played a black superhero who fought crooked cops.
Crooked cops. He
And
cracked down on crooked cops. Lord knows we got a lot of those here in America.
So anyway, Martin X was the superhero name. He had like a leather jacket on and like R. Kelly mask, and
But not R. Kelly intentions. He didn't have
no.
R. Kelly intentions.
And he had like Jordans with like rocket boosters.
Yeah.
And he had like these balls that fucked people up and a bat that caught
Balls of
fucking
onyx. They were
bullets.
solid balls of
Yeah, you
onyx.
have to explain the balls more.
Let me explain. It wasn't scrotum balls. It was balls of onyx.
Okay.
Basically, take like stress balls, right?
Yes.
You know those hard metal. Turn them black and marble, right? And put magnets in them. So when he threw them out, it could hit people because the magnets and balls would connect. So if they on either side of the person, and it come back, and he put them back in his pocket. And he had a bat. Tell him about the bat.
The bat catches bullets. So like,
Shit!
If a cop's like shooting at him, he's like,
I can block it with the bat, and all the bullets go straight to the bat. Like if the bat is out, the bullet can't hit me. It'll go to the bat.
and then he can like press the button and then like whip it back at the cops and fuck them up.
yeah, it's
See,
reverse magnetism.
He
like
became
everything.
a superhero because his brother
was killed
by
a cop.
a
Origin
cop.
story. What?
Yeah. You like
Adele.
origin stories.
You ready for all this culture right now, Adele? We're doing it.
So, and his grandmom was like his Alfred. And
Nana was his Alfred. Built him all his gadgets
yes.
because she, was an astrophysicist and a Black Panther. Put both together, you get
I
Nana.
like that Nana knew
And she was-
what he's up to because sometimes the Nanas don't know what's going on.
No, yeah.
Oh, Nana knew because she let him borrow the car. That was his that was his vehicle. Nana's Buick was a burgundy LaCrosse filled with gadgets and fun and rocket boosters
Very
and all kinds of
unassuming,
crazy shit.
smart.
Yes.
out there
We
in
got
the
everything
street.
covered in this. Nobody
So-
picked it up, but y'all sleeping.
So we have 89 pages. So if anybody's interested, maybe we'll do a Patreon and make the film. Who knows? Who's to say? But
This
anyway,
film need to happen. I'm playing X. I'm playing him. I'm getting in the gym. I'm already working on my little Tommy Kang. working with me to work on my hand to hand. So it's
going
good.
Gonna look like Wesley in '97.
Yep.
Okay. So the scene we're going to read out here, I will be the narrator doing the action. Derek will be playing Malcolm because Martin X is This is kind of weird that his real name, his real identity is Malcolm King, and he's a teacher.
Yes.
Okay. I'm just setting up this scene real quick.
Set the scene up, boy.
So he teaches at like an inner city school, and one of the kids is named
Teach.
Yes. One of the kids' names is Chris, and he has like a foster mom who is going to be played by Adele. Her name is
Maya.
She's the love interest. You were talking about how you like love interests and stuff like that.
Here comes some love interest.
So this scene, basically, Martin X was making sure that his one student was okay because the student got like assaulted by cops.
Yes.
And Martin X fucks up the cops. And while he was doing that, the kid runs away, but he gets caught by like the real bad guy. And the real bad guy is Vitiligo West. Who's like this like jacked up Venom like Joker dude with like a mask and white hands.
He has white hands because the pigmentation in his hands are gone for murdering motherfuckers. So yeah, it's a real, and he has vitiligo.
I had a lot of free time in 2013.
Like the white hand killing people is like it's imagery to watch out the government.
Like
Martin X,
foot on your neck.
Martin X.
There you go, Adele. You better talk your shit, girl. BLM.
Martin X like basically like protects people and fucks cops up, and Vitiligo West like kills cops and he's like bad.
And he tries to frame
takes it too far.
And he tries to get everything blamed on X. So it's like he'll do it, but he knows the cop is gonna go to the superhero, not the villain.
So basically, this scene is picking up after Chris has basically been kidnapped by the bad guy, but we don't know that yet. So Derek's going as the teacher to see if he can get any information out of the foster mom named Maya. So I will read the actions.
All right.
And you can go, Derek, right after I read the action.
All right. Thanks so much.
You guys have not read this yet, so just go with it.
There'll
be a scene where
never did a table read between us three. It was only me and him. This is good.
There'll be a part where detectives come in, and we're just going to skip over that when that happens.
Skip the detectives.
I'll explain it real quick. Okay. Cut to exterior, the doorway of Chris's foster mom's house. Day. Malcolm knocks on the door and no one answers. He knocks again twice and the door swings open to reveal a beautiful and tired woman on the other side. From Martin's POV, she looks perfect, almost like she has a filter on.
Hello, is Miss Ford in?
That's me. Mr. King, is that you?
Yes, it is. I'm sorry for our few phone conversations I wasn't expecting.
Expecting what?
I just thought you were older.
Well, I'm sorry. We never had the chance to meet in person.
I'm sorry, too. Anyways, is Chris home?
No, he didn't come home last night, which is what I was telling these two detectives.
Uh-oh. Maya opens the door. I'll play both detectives. Maya opens the door to show two plainclothes behind her heading out. The one is a big sloppy white guy with his shirt barely tucked in, and the other is an older black man who looks and smells like he wears a lot of aftershave. Detective White, this is my partner, Detective Black. What's your relation to Christopher?
I'm his history teacher.
Well, let's hope he's not history. Sorry, just throwing a joke out to relieve the tension. I'm sure he's fine. Listen, if you hear anything down at school or from your other students or anything at all, please let us know. The detective hands Malcolm his card as he and his partner walk out the door and Martin walks in. Detective Black says, Miss Ford, thanks for your cooperation. If we hear anything, we'll let you know, and please do the same.
Will do, Detective. You want to come in, Mr. King?
Interior, Maya's apartment, day. Maya shuts the door and Malcolm waits a moment to make sure they're gone.
So they already put together that it was Chris in the video.
Hey, if teaching doesn't work out, you could become a detective.
In that detective spirit, do you have any idea where he could be? I'm sure he's scared right now, and we should try to find him before the cops do.
I've been on the phone with his friends, and none of them have seen him. The detective said there's going to be a press conference to help find Chris and to try and catch that nut job.
Well, from the video, it looked like he was protecting Chris.
It does, but he also had that R. Kelly mask on, so he may have been protecting him so he could try and molest him.
People really don't like that mask.
Chris always finds trouble, but he's a good kid and he speaks very highly of you.
I think highly of him, too. That's why I'm going to find him, all right?
How do you plan to do that? Are you a superhero?
No! Not at all, No.
Well, thank goodness for that, because you wouldn't do a good job hiding your little secret identity.
Malcolm begins to sweat. The awkward moment is interrupted by the sound of breaking news on the TV in the background. End scene. Huh?
Wow.
Well,
Yeah.
I'll tell you something, huh? Well, it was a while ago. Dialogue's the hardest to write. But man, I'll tell you, I'm a little sweating from that, huh? I can feel
It's good. Adele not act. It's good stuff, man.
I have to admit, I was trying to read ahead to make sure I knew all the
Me
words.
too. Because I'll be skipping and flipping.
I'd be sounding out words, and
Sound
I
like
can't
a
be doing that on camera.
grade school reader.
This has been Top 9 Theater for the first time.
Top
Wow, I'll
9
tell
Theater.
you, man. Well, that was fun.
Yeah, I learned a lot. I feel really informed about superheroes, and then I'm into it.
Yeah, I mean, everybody learned something on the episodes. There's Derek's list. He looks like a...
Okay, give me one super heroine.
Yeah, since you didn't give us any
Who would be
ladies.
your favorite if you had to pick a lady on here?
Okay, hold on.
I'll go
Should be
first while you
easier to
think
think
about
of.
it. I'll go first. I like Black Widow. Fucking people up.
Joe's wife. I fuck with Joe's wife. Go. You do one too.
I mean, Wonder Woman, Gal Gadot. Her stance says everything. Just try standing like that. Tell me you don't feel powerful.
Also, yeah, perfectly cast. She's unbelievable.
Yeah.
All right. If I had to do one, it's Storm, right?
Yeah.
But video game wise, I'm gonna have to fuck with Chun-Li. If anything, Chun-Li is the greatest fighter in Street Fighter. I was playing with her yesterday on the games. She got me through Alpha 3, and she whoops ass.
Okay.
I love Chun-Li. Spinning bird kick, Chun-Li. But if we had to go superhero, Storm from the X-Men.
Storm's also Storm could just be like, hey, I'm going to fuck the weather up.
And she could do it.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's what you got to love about
That's
that,
a
bro.
black woman power, too. If a black woman had the power to
shit.
fuck some shit up so she wouldn't have to go to work
Yeah.
that day, it'd be Storm.
Yeah, you're not making any reaction cheating videos with Storm if she'll electrocute you.
Yeah, you don't need that.
No. Derek, tell the people where they can find you.
All right, look, man, that's where you can find me. Go on to that Instagram thing, right, and type in The Great Boy at TheGreatBoy and at No Need for Apologies Podcast. It's NNFA Podcast. You can go on there and me and my boy Dave Temple talk about the real and the state of this world through our funny recess-like podcast. Tommy was on it back when Monroe used to co-host, and he gave us superpowers that day. Ladies and gentlemen, it is a racist good time. So I love everybody here. Thank you, guys. That's what I'm doing. Where can they find y'all?
Bang, bang. Hey, I'll do the hosting around here. Adele, what do you want to tell the people?
I just want to thank you for listening and invite you to the Stan official opening weekend is April 2nd.
I'm on that show.
Yeah, he is. And there'll be shows after that, 7 days a week. So look at our website for that information and come visit.
For sure. April 2nd, man. It's just around the corner now. Follow us at Top 9 Pod at on Twitter and Instagram and shit like that. And if you listen to it on Apple or Spotify, or if you watch it on YouTube, subscribe, review. And also, very big, exciting news this week. Check out the video that Derek's in that we made together.
Oh shit!
It's going to be coming out the week that this comes out. So
it's gonna be good. We did an Usher parody.
Derek's non-music video, Older Freaky Women.
Older Freaky Women. It was a joke on my album out on iTunes right now. Fuckboy Ground Zero. I filmed it right here at the Stand a few Thanksgivings ago. And now it's out, and it's a fun, good, silly time. It came out on Valentine's Day 2019 just to big up all the single people. But now that I'm in a relationship, I have to work on...
Came out in 2020.
Came out in 2019.
No, it didn't.
Yes, it did.
Valentine's Day 2020.
Valentine's Day 2019.
No, it didn't.
My Garage special came out Valentine's Day 2020. See, this nigga don't...
It's 2021 right now.
No. Fuckboy came out in 2019.
No, it didn't. It came out in 2020.
You sure?
I'm positive.
All right, it came out February 14th, 2020 , whatever the fuck time
I'm just saying it's not that
old. It's a great
It's
album. It's a great
came out
album.
A year ago.
Listen to it. And
shout out to Funny Matic, which also just celebrated 1 year, my album. No, because my album came out a year ago.
All
March,
right, all right, you right. All
right,
right, don't audit my mom, motherfucker. All right.
Come see these two very funny men at the Stand live.
At Cassidy Comedy. We appreciate you. We'll see you next week. Peace.